Hello everybody. It is cold. It is definitely cold. It's been a little bit. I'm sorry I haven't posted any videos up until now. What can I say? I've been getting the crap kicked out of me left and right. It's not been pretty. So I thought I would update you guys a little bit, tell you a little bit about what's been going on, and more importantly, tell you what I have planned, because I have some exciting things planned, and I definitely want to share those with you in this video. I do miss the Brahmi. I do miss it. Like I said in my other video, I do miss riding this bike on a consistent basis, but I'm trying to keep this bike in good shape. Why, you ask? Well, there's a reason for that. I want to go on tour on this bike, okay? And if I ride it or ride the piss out of it, it's going to be all wore out by the time I want to go on tour. So I'm trying to keep this bike safe so that I can go on my cross-country tour with it. And that's the whole thing in a nutshell, guys. I mean, I would love to be riding the bike around everywhere, but I'm not going to assume that I'm going to have the money to buy another Brompton when the time comes. Okay, I want to keep all the money I save for the tour. I don't want to have to, I got to buy another Brompton because this one is going to last the tour, you know what I mean? And that's the reason why I don't ride this bike that much, because I plan on going on tour. I actually planned on going on tour this last summer, and things being what they were, it did not happen. Oh God, man, it has been a crazy last month or so. It has been tough. I have been going through it, to say the least. And you know what, the thing I just like, I just want to pound myself for is that I'm not vlogging it. That's my biggest problem right now, is just I'm not vlogging like I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be vlogging my folding bikes. I'm supposed to be vlogging and enjoying riding them and making content and all that kind of stuff. But it has been tough. I have a tour planned, and no matter what happens, I'm going to go on that tour, because that tour is a tour that it's on my bucket list of things to do. So I really, really want to go on the tour. And no matter what happens, I'm going to go on that tour. But I really, really need to focus on making content for this channel. And I have just been dropping the ball left and right. And it's like I need help. I need to figure out how to organize my life, because I have never been good at it. Oh, man, I gotta go get something to eat. I am starving. So I think I'm gonna go grab something. We're gonna ride the Brahmi tonight too. I'm not gonna bother trying to fix my other bike. There was a whole issue with it last night. Not the bike itself, but the tire. I just put brand new tires on that bike, and I blew a tire because I ran over something in the road that was so sharp it cut a huge slit into my tire sidewall. I was not a happy camper. Oh no, I want to go to one. I'm going to go to the bathroom first before I leave out of here, and then we're going to ride there, and then I'm going to put the Brompton up tomorrow because I'm going to fix my other bike, and hopefully the tires will last. And God, I got to get another tire for that bike too, and it's going to be $50 freaking. Makes me so mad. Feel better. Yeah, I came to Florida specifically so that I can have a warmer home base for living the way I live. You see, I realized up in Indiana, especially when I left Denver, I realized that I could save a lot more money if I actually didn't have to pay for a place to live. And that's what I've been doing all of this time. That's why I wanted not to have a place to live. I wanted to kind of get by without it. That way I didn't have to pay all that money. That's the whole reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. See, I met a guy up in Yellowstone, and this guy I guess he would work for 3 or 4 months out of the year, maybe longer, save up all the money he possibly could, and he would go on bike tour. He would do this periodically. He would come, work a job, maybe 5 months maybe, and then he would go on tour for 3 or 4 months, then he'd come back, work, go on tour. And that's kind of what I have to do. I kind of realized that because I'm not going to be able to, let's just face it, I'm not going to be able to get the money that I need to go on bicycle tour through Patreon. It's not going to happen. Though that does help, and I really appreciate you guys that actually do donate to the Patreon and buy me a coffee, because it does help this channel. It really does. And that's what you're supporting. You're supporting this channel. But if I'm realistic, I'm not going to get the kind of money I need to go on bicycle tour and to live off the Patreon alone. So that's just not going to happen. So what I've decided to do is I decided to actually start working in a place that I want to live in, and work for about 5-6 months, quit my job. Or if they let me go on leave, I'll go on leave and then come back to that job. I'd rather do that, but most of the time jobs won't let you do that. But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm going to go on tour for 3 months, come back and continue working. That's the plan. That's what I'm going to do right now. And that is one of the reasons why I live homeless right now. But man, getting everything organized when you're homeless is very, very difficult. It is let's just face it, it is a process getting everything you need sorted out. You know, it's difficult. It really is. You know, I gotta have a place to live. I gotta be able to get a shower. I gotta be able to go grocery shopping. I gotta be able to take care of myself. There's so many things that, you know, you have to kind of work out when you're homeless, and it's very difficult to do that. The upside is you save a lot of money. The downside is your free time is eaten up just by doing necessities that would take you not so long if you had a place to live. And that's one of the things that's very, very difficult. Going to work and then riding back and forth and doing all the things I do, it's time consuming. It just is. It takes a lot of my time. Well, I better start heading up to the stealth camping spot because I've been trying to get there earlier and earlier because of the fact that, well, I'll talk about that in another video, but it's just, I really want to get up there within the next half an hour, 45 minutes. So I really got to book it. I ran through a bunch of broken glass just a few minutes ago. I was really mad. I can't afford to keep buying tires. You know, these Schwalbe marathons aren't cheap. And depending on how sharp and how thick the glass is, I mean, if the glass is really sharp and it cuts a really good slice into your sidewall, yeah, you're done with, man. See, it's like glass and metal, and that's one of the reasons why I hate the city, man. It's just, there is so many just dirt bags that break glass everywhere. That's why I hate going through the bad area of town, because like I said, there's all kinds of crap in the road. And even there's like a bunch of broken glass there. I don't know if you can see it, but there is. I can see it. It's just insane. I won't go on. I won't. I just won't go on about it. Anyway, guys, I wanted to come down to a place in Florida because it's supposed to stay warmer here. And over the last 2 weeks, it's been frigid. I mean, cold. It's been colder than it ever has been, probably, because everybody I talk to says that it's never been this cold, or it hasn't been this cold since 1982 or whatever. Yeah, it's actually very, 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 very cold right now. And it sucks. It really does suck. So hopefully that'll pass by pretty soon and it'll get back to being warm again. But that's why I moved down here, because I knew I was going to be homeless for a while. And what I wanted to do was live in a place that stayed warm. That way I wouldn't freeze to death. This is this road right here. I'm told that is like one of the most dangerous roads. This and that other road up there are two of the most dangerous roads here in Tampa. And they're not lying either. These people, man, are something else. You just got to pay attention. That's why I'm on the sidewalk right now. Anyways, yeah, I came here to Tampa to live where it's warm, be homeless for a while. It's actually good training. I'm training for bike touring because I'm going to be living in a tent anyways. So I figured, why not do it and save tons and tons of money? And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to save as much money as I can. It's just been very, very difficult. As soon as I got here, setting things up took months and months. You know, places where I could get a shower, places where I could stay. Trying to find a campsite all the time was a pain in the butt. It actually was. It was a real big pain in the butt. You can't camp here anywhere in Florida. You just can't do it. So I had to try to find like out of the way spots, and I had like 5 or 6, and I'd get discovered, and then I'd have 4 and 3 and 2, and there were times when I couldn't stay at any of my stealth camping spots. But the one I have now is actually really, really cool because it's in a warehouse. The guy that I met this guy, and he said, dude, I'll let you stay in my warehouse, at least camp out. It's not a place where you could set up a bed or anything like that, but it's a warehouse, and I could stay off. There's this like smaller area of the warehouse where I could actually put my tent. He just wants me to be up and out before the business actually starts up. I get there around 10 o'clock. I'm sleeping because here's the thing. I got to be up by no later than 5 o'clock, but I really should be up by 4:30 and out the door by 5 because people start arriving at 6. So I really should be up no later than 5, out the door by 5:30. That way nobody is actually showing up at the warehouse. Now the section of the warehouse I'm in, there's nobody there anyways, but I have to go through the other section in order to get out. And he just doesn't want people to know that I'm staying there, mainly for my own benefit. So he preferred that I'd be out of there by 5:30 at latest, and I accommodate him. So that means I have got to be in bed by 10 o'clock, no later than 11 o'clock. But 10 o'clock is really where it needs to be. So I got to get in there to get my full night's sleep. You know, I got to be there. And that's why I have to hurry up and get there and get to sleep. And because I got to set up my camp, I got to set up my tent, I got to set up all that stuff. And then I go to sleep, get up, pack all that stuff in, and head to the storage unit. I am grateful to this guy because it is so much better than trying to find a different spot every night and then worrying about somebody coming into your campsite in the middle of the night. That stuff is very difficult. It was really, really difficult for me because let's just face it, it can get dangerous. Like, you try to hide somewhere and then some homeless guy will wander into your campsite in the middle of the night and cause problems, because that's what these guys do. And most of the time they're bombed out of their mind anyway. So yeah, it's very, very difficult, and it's it's kind of scary in a lot of respects because you just don't know. I carried weapons with me all the time because you never know when you were going to get attacked in the middle of the night. So God, that took so much time, man. It took so much time every day just to try to find a spot to sleep. You know, it's a lot different when you're on bicycle tour because you're not going to stay in the same spot. If I had to crouch in between there in the middle of the night and I slept, nobody was going to discover me. But it was a huge difference when you're staying there on a consistent basis, or you're staying there off and on. People start noticing you, and then that's where it's a big problem. Eventually somebody's going to see you go into a stealth camping spot, and you're going to lose that spot. So in the beginning I had 5 or 6 stealth camping spots, and then it got down to where I only had 3 reliable ones left. They were even becoming very, very difficult to stay at because sometimes construction would happen, or sometimes there would be people there and you can't sneak in. So it was a pain in the butt. It really was. It took so much of my time, and it was so difficult that I just didn't really have a heck of a whole lot of time to vlog like I would have liked to. Everything else is going pretty good. I mean, the job is okay. Not what I really would like to be doing, but it pays pretty decent. People are nice enough. So, I mean, everything on that front is okay. Right now, where I'm staying at it's safe, at least. I'm camping still, but it's safe, at least. So that's a good thing. I'm not spending any money in that front, so that's great. I just got to get my finances in order. That's one of the things that I've been trying to do lately, is try to get my finances in order. Stop spending so much money. It just seems that like money just goes, man. I don't want to spend a lot of money, but I end up spending a lot of money. And it's just, but it's been difficult, you know. All right, guys, I made it back to the camping spot, or here in the warehouse anyways. I just wanted to say, guys, I really want to be making more folding bike videos, and that is what I plan on doing. But I also want to do a lot of vlogging as well, and there's a lot we need to talk about this tour, this upcoming tour that I'm planning on doing. I don't know how many more years I'm going to be able to go on a tour, so I really need to make this happen this summer, one way or the other. I got to figure it out. The stuff I have to do, the preparations, the planning, it's going to be a whole series of videos because it's a massive undertaking. But I'm doing okay. I've got a place to sleep, which is nice. Obviously, it's no palace, but it works. It works, and it's cheap. That's the main thing. It's cheap. And right now, it's all about not spending money, saving money, and getting enough money built up to go on tour this summer. That's what I'm doing. I definitely got to start posting more videos, so that is the plan, and that is what I'm going to really work on doing over the next couple of months, because I definitely got to get back into vlogging. Because here's the thing, if I want to go on tour and I want to film the whole thing and I want to turn it into a series of videos, I have to be used to vlogging on a day-to-day basis. So I need to really focus on getting my vlogging game back up to where it was. Actually get it better than it was. Anyway, guys, I've got to turn off the light and get ready to go to bed. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave it down in the comment and questions section. Slap a like on the video if you like it, guys, and I will talk with you on the next one. Special thanks to all the Patreons and Buy Me a Coffee supporters. Links are down in the description. There's no pressure, but if you feel compelled to donate to the channel, the links are down in the description below. I do appreciate every single one of you guys, and we're going to talk in a later video about the Patreon and what I'm planning on doing until I go on my bicycle tour. So we'll talk about that later. Anyway, guys, I got to get off of here. I will talk with you guys later. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.